Hello everybody and welcome to this instruction video. In this video we'll be joining grannies because at this point we've got stacks and stacks of grannies and now it's time to make a blanket. You need the pattern, which is the Scheepjes Crochet ALong pattern for week 11, joining squares. It's a pattern by Wink and you can download it from her website, A Creative Being. I'll also put a link in the description of this video where you can download the pattern from. In this video I'll be using method 2 for joining grannies. That's this method with the zigzag between the grannies. In a separate video I'll also have method 1 recorded if you prefer method 1. There's a slight nuance that I should make here. If you're using method 2 with the zigzags, there's a possibility that you don't have enough yarn in your kit to also make a border around your blanket. It depends on how you crochet, whether or not you have enough yarn. It also depends on whether are you willing to buy extra yarn should you want to make a border around your blanket. If you say I want to have no risks at all, go for method 1. If you don't mind buying extra yarn, or you say I crochet very tightly and I'll have yarn left over, you can go for method 2. All up to you. Personally, I used method 2 for my blanket because I did have enough yarn left over to make the border as well. It's all up to you. So what I'll be doing in this video is method 2, and I'll be joining these squares with kit 2, so the dark red yarn. So enough talking, let's get started. For method 2, we start by putting our grannies facing the correct side, the right side, together. So this is the front of one granny, this is the front of the second granny, and I put them like this on top of one another. Do take effort to make sure that you have your grannies the right way around, because there's nothing so frustrating as having your blanket all done and then noticing that you've got one granny the wrong way around. Especially in grannies like this, where it's not always immediately clear which side is which. It can be really tricky. For example, this one here with the front post double crochet, this side versus that side. Yes, it's clear if you pay attention, but if you're not looking at it close enough, you might have it the wrong way around. So take care. We start with in the corner of the back granny. That's this one here, the orange one. And I'm gonna enter into the corner and make a single crochet like so, and then also into the next stitch. So this is the first stitch after the corner. I make a single crochet like so, then chain 2, 1, 2, and then go to the front granny. And also here I go through the chain 2 corner and I make a single crochet like so, and on the first stitch, it's this stitch here, enter into and make a single crochet, chain 2, and now we go back to the first granny. It's this one here, and this is the stitch we've just made on that granny, so we're skipping this stitch and here enter into and make a single crochet like so. Again, chain 2 and come back to the front granny. This was the last stitch, so we're going to skip this one and here go into the entire stitch and make a single crochet like so. You already see a small zigzag that's forming. Chain 2, back to this side, skip that stitch and make a single crochet like so. And you continue like this, so with chain 2s in between, skipping one stitch and making a single crochet on the granny, chain 2, skip a stitch, single crochet on the other granny, and you go like this, alternating back and forth. And I'll quickly show you when you get here to a space how to treat that space. So I'm still making the zigzags, like so. And now I need to come to the front again. This is my last stitch, so I'm skipping this stitch. So now I need to make a single crochet on this chain 3 space, and I'm really going over the stitch, so the entire stitch like so. Chain 2, go back here, skip this stitch and a single crochet, chain 2, then come back to the front again. Now this was of course on the first one, and then we've basically still got a second here and a third single crochet, or a chain stitch I should say, so that single crochet can go over that third one, and then again chain 2 and to the back again. That means here that you need to just spread these two a little bit to get them nicely even over that space, like so. And continue all the way to the corner, then I'll show you how to cross over to the next granny. So just come to the end of these 2 grannies. So going back to the back granny, skip that stitch and make here a single crochet in the last stitch and make a single crochet in the corner, like so. And then again chain 2, and then come to the front granny. So again skip this stitch and here make a single crochet. It's also in the last stitch before the corner, and also in the corner stitch make a single crochet, like so. So now you've completely connected these 2 grannies. Chain 2, and now we can move over to 2 new grannies, which are going to be these 2, and also them I have the correct right side facing each other, like so. So this is the back side that you're looking at, and the back side is also here on the table, like so. And then, so I've just done these chain 2 here, then go into the back granny, into the corner, and make a single crochet, like so. And also in that first stitch, make a single crochet, like so. Chain 2, and then come to the front granny, in this case the orange one, enter into the corner, make a single crochet, and enter into the first stitch, just this one, and make a single crochet, chain 2, and now you can again repeat everything you've just done on those first 2 grannies. So that was the last one. Skip this stitch, and here on the purple one make a single crochet in that double crochet stitch, chain 2, come back to the front, skip this stitch, so I've got here a chain 1 space, go completely into that chain 1 space and make a single crochet, like so. Chain 2 and go back to the first granny, skip a stitch, like so, and continue all the way to the edge. And if this is your last granny, I'm going to show you how to finish this edge as well. So when you've reached the end of a row, just turn chain 2. This is the last stitch there, so skipping this stitch and making a single crochet in the last stitch before the corner, and also make a single crochet in the corner, like so. Chain 2, and then come to the front granny, skip that stitch and a single crochet in the last stitch before the corner, and a single crochet in the corner stitch. Now, assuming that you do not want to add more grannies to these two, cut off the thread and pull through. So you've now done everything in this direction. Now you of course need to go in this direction. So I'm again going to put the front sides of the granny on top of one another and swap my direction like this. When you've got your whole blanket already connected in one direction, you may want somebody to help you with this. And also make sure that while you're doing this, that you don't cross your direction here with these two chain 2, that you don't get them all twisted. Like, we start with a hoop, a regular loop on our crochet hook, and we go again to the start, and we start just the way we did before. In the back loop, back granny, in the corner, enter into, make a single crochet, into the first stitch, a single crochet, chain 2, the top granny, enter into the corner, a single crochet, and on the first stitch a single crochet like so, chain 2, and then you can start the zigzagging pattern again that you've done up till now. So continue with this zigzag until you get to the corner here, where I'd like to show you how to make this cross. Just done the zigzag on these first two grannies, and now we've reached a crossover point, and chain 2, and here skip this stitch and make this last stitch before the corner a single crochet on that granny, and in the chain 2 corner make a single crochet like so. And again chain 2, come to the front granny, and also here skipping this stitch, and in this last stitch before the corner go into that entire stitch, make a single crochet, and into the corner stitch as well, and make a single crochet like so, chain 2, and then we go on to the next two grannies, and here we start with the back granny, so that's the salmon one, enter into the corner stitch and make a single crochet, and in the first stitch make a single crochet like so, then chain 2 and come to the front again, so it's this, make a single crochet in the corner, and in the first stitch make a single crochet as well. So now you've crossed over from the orange to the salmon and then back to the purple one here in front, and now you're ready to make the zigzag again. So chain 2, skip a stitch, make a single crochet, etc, etc, and continue like this until the end of the row. So when you've done all of these stitches and you've come to the end of a row, finish with chain 2, go to the back granny, skip this stitch, and the last stitch in front of the corner make a single crochet, and in the corner stitch also make a single crochet like so, chain 2, come to the front granny, skip this stitch, and in the last one before the corner single crochet, and in the corner stitch also a single crochet. And then once again you're done on this row, you can cut off the yarn, pull through and pull tight. And let's just take a look at what we've made up till now. You can see here this lovely diagonal cross that you have here. Just pull it a bit flat that the pattern shows nicely. You can really see this cross here. This is also what it should look like. So if you've got some opening here, you didn't go correctly from one granny to the next. One thing to take care of when you are here is whether or not you're going to be making a border. If you are going to be making a border, don't worry about your threads, you'll be working them in. If you're not, this is the point where you should work all these threads in. If you are going to make the border, I'll show you in the next video how to also treat this space here to get your border well made. That's it for now. Continue with all your grannies, putting them together. Take care with doing this, and to be sure that you do it systematically and precisely, because this really does finish the final product just a lot better. So lots of luck with the final things on finishing your blanket, and I'll see you in the last video for the border. Thanks for watching, and until the next time.